dividend players, listen up. We have the names of several companies likely to boost their payouts as soon as this month, maybe even next week. Daniel Bello is with the dividend forecasting team here at Bloomberg, joins me now. And we've got several names, Dan. I know you've got several names. UPS among them, which actually just reported this morning.
Correct. UPS actually, like you said, just reported earnings this morning. And actually one of the things that they did say was that the dividend remains a top priority for their company. The CFO stated that this morning. Now, over the last few years, until this morning when UPS actually reported earnings that were the highest since 2006, shipping has actually been struggling a little bit in the earnings department. Despite this, UPS was actually able to increase their dividend 2 cents last year. Okay. Now, as that has gone on, they've been able to actually accumulate a lot of cash, and they might have about $4 billion on their balance sheet, which we believe that they can distribute to shareholders. And we're forecasting an increase of 5 cents to a 52-cent dividend. And
that could come as soon as when?
We're forecasting that they could declare that as soon as tomorrow or Thursday.
Tomorrow or Thursday? Okay, correct. So as soon as this week, actually.
Sure.
Home Depot is another one that you've come up with?
Yeah, Home Depot actually, for the first time in 13 quarters in February of 2010, so February last year, they actually increased their dividend. And that's something that we actually predicted correctly last year. And at the time, their earnings and their sales had actually been at their lowest levels in several years. However, their cash levels were the highest ever. And so we believe that could be something that drives their dividend. And so while free cash might not be as high in 2011, the company has stated that they will have nearly $2.5 billion after paying a dividend. So it appears that the cash is quite abundant for Home Depot. And they say that they target about a 40% dividend payout ratio. We're forecasting an increase to 25 cents, which would represent a 44% payout ratio.
A 44% payout, okay. Right. And that would be as soon as when?
We're forecasting that they could declare a dividend towards the end of February.
Towards the end of February, correct. Okay. And the other one that I want to go through is TJX is another big one, right?
Yes. Retail companies actually had one of the strongest holiday seasons over the last few years in the last quarter. And TJX was a beneficiary of that. And they actually recently discussed how not only were 2010 results, December 2010 results better than December 2009, they were actually better than they had even expected. So they had actually adjusted their guidance upward, and they're projected to earn a lot more than they have over the past few years and reach record numbers. For these reasons, we believe that they can increase their dividend again, and we're forecasting that they will increase to 18 cents.
To 18 cents again. Sometime this month, then.
Yes, okay. Again, later in the month.
Yes, okay.
Correct.
So all of that, then, Dan, do you know what happens usually after they raise these dividends? What happens to their stocks, then?
Well, something that I discussed last time is that companies will increase dividends as a way to portray confidence. And it's apparent that Home Depot, TJX, and UPS are all experiencing very strong earnings and very strong recovery. So I'm led to believe that their stocks will behave accordingly.
There'll be some, right? There'll be some momentum behind them.
Exactly.
Dan, thank you for those names. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dan Bello from the Bloomberg Dividend Forecasting Team. That is exclusive for you. In other news, it is looking more and more like